And a very good afternoon and good morning, depending where you're joining us all over the globe. It's an absolute pleasure to have your company on this Friday, the 17th of September. We are at the end of the week already, although as it is on Crafters TV, the week never ends, does it? You're going to have a full-on jam-packed weekend all throughout the weekend of Crafters TV shows. But that's then. Let's go over what we've got coming up today. And we have got a launch day, and do you know what? She is back in the building. The boss is in. Sarah's here. She's going to be here with Ben. He's also back after his 3-month holiday.
Outrageous!
He's here. Shut up, I'm doing a show here.
Sorry.
He's going to be back with that launch day. Now, he's going to be here with Sarah with the launch of the Triptych die sets. These are super cool. We're going to be having a look at these in Wake Up Call. That, of course, is going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. And then with it being a Friday, we've got that staple show of the week, which is Colour Me Happy. And guess what? I'm letting loose, or I'm getting let loose on the inks, that's for sure. We're going all sparkly with our Spectrum Noir set. So we'll also be having a look at them within Wake Up Call today. However, we've got that 2 hours jam-packed full. 7 o'clock here in the UK, or of course 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. But I thought what we'll do, with it being a Friday, we thought we'll give you a few other little incentives as well. What I want you to do, if you go across onto our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, you're going to find a number of products that you're going to be able to get your hands on for £5, $5 or €5 or less. So all that you need to do, of course, go onto the website, or you can search Fiverr Friday, again, across on our website. You're going to be able to find lots and lots of goodies there that you might just want to pop into your basket, maybe little treats if you want to as well. So do make sure that you check them ones out. What we've also got, you may have heard him a moment ago, and you may have been expecting him with myself on Wake Up Call, but do you know what? We thought, just ease him in the day. He's had quite a bit of time off, so let's just ease him in. He's going to come back for that launch day. So who have I got? Someone who I've not actually done a full show with, but has done one and is doing so well. And I'm beyond excited to be working with her today. It's Ionica. Hiya.
Hi.
How you doing?
Back in the building.
Back in the building.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be a good one, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be crazy.
You're here all day, aren't you?
Here all day, yes.
Brilliant. That's going to be good. So what else have we got coming up today?
So today I am going to be on the socials, which people have already from all over the globe saying hello. We've got people from Wisconsin, we've got people from Texas, Arizona, Florida, and Darlington.
Hooray!
I mean, come on, Darlo. Yep. So, also on today's show, we have got the Craft Factor. Okay, so every Friday, you have the chance to come in and show us your crafting skills. What have you been doing? You need to send us that in. You can send 4 to 5 photos and a 5-minute video showing us your crafty expertise and your creativity. And a lady that has done just that is Joey Burdett, and she's going to be showing us what she has been doing. So yeah, so exciting.
I cannot wait. Some of you might have already know some of Joey's work, so it's an absolute pleasure to be able to see her work today here on the Craft Factor. So that's going to be coming up just shortly, but what we're going to do is we're going to dive straight in, and we're going to be having a look at what Sarah and Ben are going to be launching during launch day. Here we go. This is it. This is the Gemini Triptych die collection, 19 elements in total, and you are getting a pack of acetate, heat-resistant acetate you're going to be getting. So everything that you can see on your screen there, with the today's price, £72.99 or $83.95, you're already getting that really nice saving. You know, we don't want you to be paying that, do we? Not at all. So if you are platinum, that's going to come down to £58.39 or $67.16. That is where you're going to find them across on our website. We are going to be having a look at them just shortly, but as I say, coming up during launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, Sarah is going to be showing you lots of different things that you can be doing with them. In each set, what you're getting is, well, to create the triptych effect, you've got at least 3 dies to create that effect, but then some of them you've got additional dies too that we'll be showing you in a moment or two. We've got Johnny back in the building and we've got Charlotte back in the building, and Johnny said already you guys are not only popping them into your basket, how much? 10% has gone already. That's just gone live not that long ago here on our website at Crafters Companion. So 10% has gone already. Usually if we know that we hit that 10% mark by wake up call, we know it's going to be a very, very busy day. So that's going to be the first demo that I'm going to be doing just shortly. But what we are going to be doing is having a look to see what we've got coming up within the Colour Me Happy. And this is all about our Spectrum Noir. This is our sparkle range. Now we're going to be having a look at what's kind of like the Buy the Show bundle, so to speak, within this one here. So this is the Buy the Show Sparkle collection. What you're going to get is 39 markers, 4 pieces of stamp sets. You're going to get tools, ink pads, and you're also going to get cardstock too. Now what you see there, that tools, that is referencing your rocker blocks. So everything that you can see there, £105.94 or $141.70, that has got an unbelievable saving on the usual price. But once again, when it comes down to the platinum, that comes down to $84.75 or $113.36 for this one here. Now within this one here, if we just jump quickly back to the today's price, you're saving over 30% within this one here. Now within it being the Buy the Show, that just means it's all there in one bundle. Check it out, one click on the website and it is yours. What I also want you to know as well, for you guys stateside, free shipping when you go for this bundle here, but also maybe you don't want to go for that full bundle. Maybe you want to just go for the sparkle pens, maybe the glitter pens. What you can do, go across onto our website, go into Colour Me Happy and go into Shop the Show, and you can cherry pick sections if you want as well. You'll still get your platinum on that, well, whatever items that you're going to be popping into your basket. But that is the Buy the Show bundle. $84.75 here in the UK, $113.36 for you guys stateside. That's Colour Me Happy. It is 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time and 11 a.m. Pacific Time with these ones here. And then last but not least, also going to be featuring Colour Me Happy, but also going to be featuring within Wake Up Call right at the very end. These are our illustrated animal stamping die selections. Now in total, you're going to be getting 25 elements, which is including the stamps and the dies within each set. These have been designed by our very own Sarah Kay, who has designed all of these ones, but today's price at $44.97 or $50.85. Platinum, that's coming down to £35.98 or $40.68. Now, it does work out within these ones here that you are buying 3 and you're getting 2 free within these ones. And once again, on that today's price, you're saving over 40%. So a jam-packed day, as you will already know by now, that we always bring you jam-packed days here on Crafters TV. So whether, of course, it's going to be a launch day, you're going to be joining Ben and Sarah, or you are going to be joining us on Colour Me Happy, which is going to be Ben, and it's going to be myself, and it'll also be Ionica as well. Although Ionica will be about for the launch day show as well. So you never know, you might see her, I don't know, maybe popping up with comments or that. Who knows? But stay tuned. At least got the 3 of us all day today. So hope you can join us. But what I'm away to do is I'm going to go and get myself sorted onto the other side of our studio while Ionica's got some comments coming through.
Yes, we have already got loads of comments coming through, so please do ask us your questions. I'm going to be asking loads of questions because I am very new to crafting and everything's like, ooh, shiny things. So please don't hesitate to ask. And Craig is so lovely and he's always so informative. I'm like, oh, Craig, what's this? What's this? So please ask away. Or if you're just loving the show, send us your comments. We love talking to you from all over the world. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about the Get It, Got It Good. So here we have got our weekly deal. It's from Monday to Sunday. Today is our Gemini collection and the storage bag. And as you can see there, it's in lovely purple with lots and lots of plates there that you need. And there we are, showing you the layering there as well. All of the things that you need you need to stock up with these. Keep them in your stash because no one likes to run out. I mean, I hate when you go to something and then you go, oh, it's not there now. So if you get it, you got it, and good. So you got to get it while the stocks last. Okay, people, I'm going to read you some comments just before we go into Craig's fabulous demo. Busy Lizzie on YouTube. My husband just said, I have to tell Craig he feels snubbed. I've just turned down a trip to the tip with him to watch you. There you go, Craig. I mean, Jamie says, I love the owl and the giraffe, way too cute. Susan, good afternoon, everyone from the sunny East. Morning from Hamburg. Jamie says on Facebook, I love my block rockers. Good morning to Craig and my favourite presenter, Ben, in capital letters. That's D. Maddox from Eastern Kentucky. We've got loads of people, international.
Loads.
So we love chatting to you. So please comment. We can get the socials below. You can join us on Instagram, Facebook, or you can watch us on YouTube. So Craig, what have you got for us today?
I should just say as well, Ben is just in the side of the studio there and he's just gone like that. When you read that comment out there. So we've got coming up on launch day, this is our brand new Triptych die collection here. So this is where you can get the full set, including that heatproof acetate. Now, 19 elements in total with the 12 sheets of acetate. $72.99 or $83.95. But if you are platinum, that comes down to $58.39 or $67.16. Now, we always reference the prices within pounds and dollars, but of course, you guys in Central Europe, you just need to go to your website, which is .eu. All your prices will be there in euros. And let me tell you, these ones, Ionica, these make some of the most fun cards, but you can change the way completely. They're triptych, you've got the 3 dies within each set to create a bit of a triple theme. But what you can do is if you maybe only want to use one, which we'll do later on within the Sparkle demo, or the whole idea is using them as 3s. So they are separate, so this is how they are along the top here. Now within this one here, what we have then got is our Bethlehem scene on this one here. So we've got the one that's actually titled O Holy Night. Now what you can then do is you can then cut them straight into your cardstock and maybe start to do your own large create a card version if you want to. But then what you can do is do them straight into your card blank. Really quick, really simple, but then come along with your inks if you want to, such as your sparkles, or you've got your pattern paper underneath if you want to. So that's the whole idea. These, as many know that I absolutely love Paper Piece and Ionica, and these would be a good one to even just cherry pick sections to do that. Maybe you want the wise men, but you don't want the tree, the palm tree, so you can snip that out. So a lot of snippability within these ones. Then we've got our Santa Claus. He's over the rooftop here. Santa over the rooftops. Kind of ironic that it's called that, isn't it? Santa over the rooftops here. So we've got 4 dies within this set because what you've also got is Santa and his reindeer. So this is actually a separate die. It's just been stuck on over the top. So you've got the 3. This is what it looks like once they've cut side by side. But you can space them in different widths if you want to. They don't have to be specific widths in each die. You can have them further apart. You can have them at angles if you want. It's completely up to you. But then this is how it would look if you pop them into your card. Going to work well with your 5x7, but you can do larger if you want, do all your unique shapes or even your different card sizes, card shapes that you want to do, such as your concept ones. Then we've got the stag within this one here, Magical Forest. So remember, everything that I'm showing you, you're getting them all included within that price that you can see on the screen today. Use them all together within a card and then use them on the card blank that we can see at the bottom. This would be good ones to use your aqua pens if you want to do your colour washes in the back, no problem whatsoever. Then we've got Charming Church. Now there's a couple of elements that you would maybe see, actually it's not this one, I'm thinking of one coming up. This one does not say Christmas whatsoever. Of course it can be with the faux snow, maybe again your colour washes, depending on what cardstock you use. Can look Christmassy, but it could be good for a wedding card. Then we've got this one here. Now, once again, this one isn't Christmas themed as such. We've got our fairies and our florals on this one here. Snip into them if you want, do little bits of decoupage if you want. Use them as the forefront for your shakers if you want. But all of them have got different art-shaped designs that we can see here. So we've got the fairies, the florals, and the birdies. And then last but not least, this was the one that I was away to say not that long ago. Quaint Village, this is called, and part of it doesn't really say Christmas. You've maybe got this one here with the tree, but you can then have a little bit of creative play and change the look. Use this for any other time throughout the year. So 3 of them together, 3 of them within a card blank, but as I say, you might want to use 1, you might want to use 2, you know, you might want to use 3, 4 or 5 of them if you want. You know, you can duplicate what you're going to be doing. So what do they make? These make these sorts of cards here. So yes, do them straight onto your card blank. Let's show you the front, what you can actually make. We can all make a blank one. Every single one.
I think that's my standard of card blank. I think that's where I'm going to start.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's
definitely
Ionica's.
going to start there.
There we go. So if you like Ionica, and then you can progress onto these ones here. Now you can see on this one here, so this has been done in separate panels here and then created our concept card that we can see here. And this is because the die's cut into your card, not out. But then because of having that feature, it means that you can go into the lid of your boxes if you want, go in with your gilding waxes. Then I'm going to go through all these sorts of ones, because remember, you've got 2 hours coming up with Sarah and Ben, going back to back with demonstrations and ideas and inspirations.
I love this one.
How nice is that, isn't it? Very, very simple, little bit of a drop shadow, using some of our past nativity collection for the papers, and that's what it's all about. You want cards that's going to give you that instant hit, that instant wow factor, but you want them to be relatively quick, certainly around Christmas time. And this is what these ones do. And then what about changing them at different angles as well? Who says that they have to be kept in a line? You can do them at jaunty angles or in different directions if you want. Curvature. Look at this one here with the bright colours with your water reactives. Works really, really well. Because you are getting that acetate as well, remember? So you can use the acetate within the back or do your shakers if you want. But what you can then start to do as well, if you want to start to build upon the layer upon layer upon layer. So there's no reason that you can't start to layer them up with your foam pads or your glue gel. Start to have them from behind each other, so you're getting extra depth if you want. Keeping it flat, but a really simple one. Once again, love that bit of a drop shadow with the white, and then doing the stags and the deers in that gold. It looks lovely. And then last but not least for now, again, going smaller within this one here. So a nice range, Ionica, of smaller cards, larger cards, but then using them very simplistically, maybe using them with your inks, all these different things that you can do. So if you can give me a moment or two, we'll get ourselves set up, then we can come back and we can do a demo on these launch day items.
Do you know what I love? And you've just explained it perfectly. For someone that is very new to crafting, it can seem a little bit overwhelming and going, oh, I don't know which die to use, I don't know how many layers to do. Is that you can start just by really simple and then building up and building up.
Absolutely.
And as well, you could have 30 people in a room with the same die and all create something different. I think it's great. Right, I'm going to read some of the little social comments coming through. Georgianne Curley on Facebook. Sorry, Ben, about this. Sorry, Ionica, it's such a pleasant surprise to see you today. Such a cute replacement for Ben this morning.
Hooray!
Good morning, everyone from Minnesota. Hi, Ionica, great to have you back. Thank you, Mary
He's not quite
Beth.
as good looking, Ben. He's handsome, but you're not.
Ben's cute.
Yeah.
He's looking nice and refreshed after his holiday, so we'll get him on later.
Ionica's more pretty.
So, Craig, are you ready? Ready, steady?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Always.
Let's go for it.
Ready, steady, craft.
Right, let's dive straight in. Now, we're going to use the Santa over the rooftops. It's Christmas, so I feel as though we have to use this one. So within this one, you've got your 4 dies with this. Now, you've got your 3 of them, which are the Triptych, but then you've got this extra with Santa and his sleigh. So what I'm going to do is I've got our black matte cardstock, and it's A4, and I folded it in half. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the 3 die sets. Now you can also have a play on which one you're popping where. So what you can then do, if I turn them upwards so that you can see the design on this one. So we've got kind of like a little cottage, we've got a larger house. There's nothing to say that you have to keep them in that way. You might want to have the one with the moon in the middle, or you might want to have it towards the left-hand side. So have a bit of a play, and also you don't necessarily have to have them in a straight line. If you want to do them in different ways, then you absolutely can. So what I'm going to do, because the width of my card is 8 inches, it means I'm going to have to pop it through my large Gemini. I am, however, going to use my junior plates. So what I'm doing, if you feel comfortable using a pencil line, maybe a ruler to line it up, for instance, if you want to have them in a line, what I'm going to do is line my cardstock along my glass mat. I'm going to run my ruler along the bottom so it's meeting up line by line. You could then tape your cardstock to make sure that it's completely straight, but it's a nice way to get your dies level. And also what you can do is you can have them closer together, further apart, have a play, maybe die cut a few within different layers of cardstocks and see what you can come up with. But then think about your glitter cards as well. Actually, yeah, I know I've just said that, but I've just thought that, Ionica. What about glitter cards with these? Would look lovely.
Yeah,
having that
shining
sparkle.
Through.
Yeah.
It feels very festive. I think as well, how you're showing just doing it with the ruler, there's no rhyme or reason of how to make it work for you. So even if you've just got another piece of paper that you could do it with, if you don't have a ruler or anything like that, if you're just starting out, you could have it just on the bottom there.
Exactly. If it does move or it does budge slightly, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Either use that to your advantage, or it is only a piece of cardstock, so you can always then just use it elsewhere or pop it into the recycling. It is not the end of the world. So now I've taped that down. I'm only using a little bit of our low-tack tape, so I'm going to hold that into place. And although that I am using the large Gemini, what I'm doing is I'm using my junior plates. So they're wafer-thin dies, so plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. And the key thing to say with these two is that if you do use them individually, they're going to go through your Gemini Mini, they're going to go through your Gemini Go as well. So use them as individual components if you want to. Lot of love for these ones coming up. Many of you have already got them in your basket. Actually, many, reading your comments, have checked them out already. So you know that you're going to get lots of ideas and inspiration from Sarah later on. So I'm going to peel these ones off. Are you popping in for launch day later on?
I am.
You are,
will be.
You?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Love a launch day. And there's been so many launches so far.
There's been loads of cracking ones, yeah. Really good ones.
Oh, I love this picky tool. This thing fascinates me. I mean, it's so efficient.
The pokey tool. Oh, love it. Couldn't be without it. All these little bits, popping them out or taking the backs off of double-sided tape or foam pads. It is such a useful tool. And
if you wear acrylic nails, I don't know if you do, Craig, but I do, and I would not be able to push those through without the picky tool.
Right, sorry to interrupt you, Ionica, there. That's Johnny saying over 10% of these ones have gone. Already over 10% has gone. So this is one, do you know what I think it is as well, Ionica? It's one of those that at first you might think, right, how am I going to use them? Can I only use them side by side? But then when you can see, or at least the way that I've explained it, you can use them individually within your little die cutting machines, then you can absolutely go far and beyond with these ones here.
And they're really intricate. I mean, the stars are really small, aren't they, on this one? They're really sweet.
They are. You know, they're nice, they're small, but then all these little bits too, even the little windows from the windows, what you can do is use them for the shaker elements of your card, if you want to. What I'm also going to do just here, within this base bit, because my die is right within the middle, it's not 100% cut properly. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to make sure I've got the right one. So it's the one with the stars. And what I'm doing is I'm going to move it about until it locks. So it locks back into place. So it must be this one. And then what that'll enable me to do, let's see, I'm wondering if I've got a bit sticking up there. So what I can do, making sure it is that one, must be that one. We'll get there. Bear with.
Bear with, caller,
bear with.
We've got Jerry on Facebook saying, good morning all from Southern Maryland. Question.
Yes.
Could you die cut these in the junior by folding the back of the card over the dies and eliminate one of the plates, i.e. magnetic?
Say that again, sorry.
Could you die cut these in the junior by folding the back of the card over the dies and eliminate one of the plates, i.e. magnetic?
Right, okay, doke. Yes, you can do it. I actually wouldn't even take one of the layers out. I would just leave it all in, but yeah, you can do. That would be a good way of doing it. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is let me cut this one. I think I've got it, there we go, I've got it slotted into place now. And yeah, so I know exactly what you're meaning here. So if I cut this one again, and then what I can do is I'll show you what you can then do if you do only have the junior machine. So run that one through. So if you've got, say, an A5 card blank, so to speak, but you have only got a smaller machine, what you can do, let's bring this one out so we've got a better cut. So let's take this one. Our low tack tape is that low tack, but with the pressure of the Gemini, sometimes just takes a layer of your card off. So here we go. So this has die cut perfectly now. So what you can do with that one, answering that question, is let's pretend that I need to cut this side here. Let's pretend this is the card blank. So what you could do is then you can then come along and then you can then wrap your card around the base.
See, yes.
Or what you could also do, if you don't want to do it with that thickness, what you can do is go in with your metal shim. That's going to protect the layer underneath because you might have some die cut pieces into the base that you don't want to transfer. So popping it in and then just your normal layer. So I actually wouldn't remove any layer. I would keep it the same plate combination and then do it that way. So really good question to ask that. And yeah, you can do that within your smaller machines, no problem. But let's pop all that to the side and get this card finished off. And what I'm doing here is, let's get that last little bit out. We also, within that Colour Me Happy show, Ionica, we've got our glitter pens. I am so excited to see these glitter pens. I love so good. Anything that's glittery or shiny, whether it's my nail varnish or a dress that I'm wearing, I don't think you can have enough glitter. Anything glittery, you like glitter. Ben likes glitter too. Oh, excited. Yes. He does, doesn't he? For those that don't know, me and Ben did Panto together and there was a lot of glitter in Panto. I was playing the fairy godmother, so I had a lot of glitter that I would share with the rest of the cast. Yeah, he always likes to have a play with the glitter pens when they come out. Ben was playing the ugly sister, pens. You know, Craig. What was that? Ben was playing the ugly sister. Actually, I'm beginning to wonder if I've seen a photo. Yes, I think you may have done. I sent it in, so it'll be the one that I'm thinking of.
I've still got some of the glitter makeup that you gave me.
Yes, I lended Ben some glitter makeup that's very, very pigmented that he shared.
Does it come off easy or
nope.
No?
It lasts 4 months.
Really?
Yeah, I had it in my car for I think about 1.5 years afterwards. It's just well, I like glitter, but if you don't, it's not for you.
Yeah, it seems to be, well, certainly glitter, it gets everywhere. If you're using the loose stuff, at least with our glitter pens or even the sparkle pens, you get sheer, intense sparkle. Now, with the sparkle pens, you don't have to go for that full big bundle. We do have them back as individual, if you wanted to do that. All of it across on our website. You know, if you go onto our website and shop the show, you'll find them all in the individual sections. But what I've done is I went in with the Moonlit Silver and using it with the stars and even the moon here, what I've done is I've coloured them in to give them that little bit of silver sparkle. So that is that one. Then what I've done is I've got a piece of the acetate, got the acetate just here, and what I'm going to do is sandwich it onto the back. But I need to bring in my tape runner for this one.
And the acetate's really good for windows, isn't it? And making it much more of a big depth of field.
What it's really good for as well is creating a stained glass effect. Ooh. So you could come along with your alcohol pens, come in with your strong ones, so your deep colours. Deep colours. My volume's just changed in my ear and I got a little bit of a fright there. Just in case you wonder why I stumbled there for a moment. So what I'm then going to do... Yeah, you did see a hand on my bum there. Don't worry. It wasn't Ionica, she is.
Yeah, I'm over here. Look,
Look,
I haven't got very long arms. I'm only 5'2", people. Look, no hands.
It was Lord Adam. Adam, come and show your face. Come and show your face.
Ah, here he comes.
This is our master tech guy.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, there he is.
So that was his hands. That you, we all know Adam now. You know, he never looks happy, but he is. He always is. He's always the life and soul of the party. Loves a good laugh. Thank you, Charlotte. My talk back is a lot better, so much so that we're going to have to go to Ionica in a moment because it is blasting in my ears.
Is it making you deaf?
So what we're going to do is we'll finish off this card. And what I'm going to do is I've taken some pattern paper from our gnome collection. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. What I'm also going to do quickly, because I'm going on to glitter card, what I will find, as much as I love my double-sided tape and the tape runners, over time, what will happen is sometimes the tape will dry off away from the glitter card because you've got that textured surface. So if you add a bit of tacky glue as well, what will happen is that will dry into the grains of the glitter card because it's shedless, and then that will give you a permanent adhere to the card. So I'm going to go around into here. I'm going to pop it into the back, and then to finish off, now this bit for time, but also
already, you can just see the magic happening.
Comes together, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And a good way to show that you don't need to worry about using necessarily using traditional colours. If you do want to go in with things like your pinks, if you want to, your purples, your lilacs, you can. What I've then already done is I've die cut Santa in the sleigh into a piece of black card, and using that same glitter pen, I've coloured it in. Now you can go to town by cutting it out into white and then shading it if you want to, but of course what you can do is then go straight in with the silver like I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my dotty tape runner here, and I'm going to add little bits here, and then what I'm going to do is let's go all the way across. If you've got little gems, Ionica, you can pop them, you know, even a red one for, could be Rudolph. Could be Rudolph, or maybe little bits of ribbon if you want to. You could be doing that one. You can do that. So what we can then finish off is coming in. I've stamped out Believe. This was a stamp set that comes from our, not a triptych, I'm doing the triptych. Come from our interlace die set. That came from. So I've done Believe. I'm going to go in. Let's pop that to the side there. And that's all that I'm going to do. Leaving it like that. But we're going for that silhouette effect. We've got that pink paper in the background that we can see. We've got Santa and the reindeer flying across the rooftop in the sky. But then what about maybe coming away from your glitters and that, but maybe using your faux snow and that? Then you can do if you want to, keeping it very simple, or you can absolutely go to town on what you're going to be creating. Things that Sarah's going to be showing you just shortly within launch day. It is, of course, launch day, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time. But, of course, if you're going for this collection, platinum price, right there, £58.39, $67.16. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu is where you need to go.
That is very true. So loads of people have been commenting. Again, thank you so much for writing in. We love it. We love hearing your stories. Gilmore on YouTube has said, my 10-year-old was using these glitter markers for the very first time and we were both impressed how pretty and striking the colours and sparkles are in these markers. Mary Kay on Facebook, love that card, Craig. Wendy, oh wow, that is awesome. Dawn. That's a great tip. Thank you, Craig. Oh, Adriana. Love Ionica's reactions. My last name's Adriana. And Cindy Thompson. Adam, please could you pass as Craig's sibling? Oh, Adam, you could pass as Craig's sibling. Long lost brother, maybe. Long lost brother. Yeah, you're the cheery one.
Yeah, the cheery one.
Right, got a great deal on the Gemini Mini here for you. I'm going to show you what we've got. So, just to show you the box first here. This is really, really good for beginners. If you're starting out for the first time ever, it's portable, it's light, it's precise, it's practical, and it comes with the plastic boards in there as well. And the best part about it is that you don't need electricity. So it's really friendly if you're using it with your family, if you've got young kids, and you can carry it in your bag. I mean, I'm just going to show you it out in real life. So here you go. And as you can see underneath as well, we've got the stoppers on, which are very strong. You may have heard me just pulling it off on the table there. And just really simple. That's all it needs, is doing like that hand there. Hand crank action, and then as well, who doesn't love a freebie? This bad boy comes for free. It's worth $12.99. So there you go, and that is only $36.97, $55.85, or if you are a platinum member, it's $29.58 or $44.68. Right, Craig, you've got we are going to get ready for the Craft Factor. So if you don't know about the Craft Factor, all you need to do is send us 4 to 5 photos and a 5-minute video, and you can show us all of your crafting expertise creations. I think that was bad English there. Great creations, and then you can have a chance to join us on the show. So Craig, tell us, who have we got and what are we doing?
Absolutely. Now, we have got... what one am I on?
There you go. Hi, Craig.
There we go. It's eeny, meeny, miny, mo. God, you wouldn't believe actually how many cameras we've got in our studio. But yes, absolutely, as Ironica was saying, it's time for the Craft Factor. Now, we have got such a talented lady with us today. Some of you may already be familiar with her work and her demonstrations and her creativity. Now, it is, of course, we did little teases over the last day or so, but it is Joey. Welcome, Joey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
Well, I was all okay, and then I went a bit nervous, but yeah, I'm all right.
You're
yeah,
absolutely fine. You're looking forward to today?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't wait.
Excellent. It's going to be good. Can't wait for this one. I know many of you can't wait either. Let's have a look to see what Joey had sent in for our edition E. Look at that one. Isn't that really good? Lots of colours there. Look at that one. That's cool. That was such an artistic look within that one there.
Yeah.
And then we've got...
Oh, look at
that's like a little... Is that like a little door hanging, Joey? Was
Yeah,
that?
it's my new granddaughter. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
how cute is that?
granddaughter.
How cute is that? So, Joey, what is it that you are going to be doing for us today?
Right, I've concentrated on the pull die. So I've done 3 different samples here. And we all like different ones, so I thought I'll just bring them all.
Absolutely.
So this is the peacock one. Yeah, and you pull back for the message. Yeah, would it be better if you could see it there? Yeah, yeah. So this background paper is watercolour paper, and I've just scribbled on the water markers on the desk, and then put the paper into it, and that's how I've made this green paper to match the background.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So that's that one. And then this one is with the Love Sew papers. And I've just put flowers out there. And
smart, isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, 'cause I think they look quite nice. I mean, I have done it so that they kind of open, but I think you could leave them like that. And they look quite nice.
It's a nice look just having it that way to open as well.
Yeah, I think so. But this one is my favourite. And I think it's because there's just a lot of my favourite elements in this one. And I've done a bit of watercolouring, which is what I love doing.
Right,
so,
okay.
I shall start off by embossing. So this is one of my favourite embossing folders. So when you use this, just make sure you've got it the way you want. So embossed a couple of times so you know where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Because the Gemini, I like the Gemini sign at the back. I like the way that embosses. So I shall put my paper in. And it's also important as well when you do this to put it level. Okay. Because if you don't, because the pattern's so geometric, if you like.
It's got a bit of symmetry to it, doesn't it?
If it's not straight, then it will not be straight. So,
as well, if you haven't used one of these before, you can actually touch it with your hand, can't you, and feel the inside of it.
Yeah, and that's a good way actually, because you can feel the fine lines, so you know you're going to get the fine lines.
You've been having a look at our embossing folders, have you?
Yes, I have. Honestly, I have been geeking up. I've been swatting over this last week because I was like, there's just so much to learn, so much to know, and I love it. And there's so many great patterns.
So, when we use one of these, we use a main plate and just the white plate. So don't use anything else because it's a three-dimensional one. You don't use two clear plates. I think you're a bit taller than me, Craig.
So if you're using the junior plates, that's it for turning them
Put
to
them the other
side.
way.
Yeah, it's just because we've got the big Gemini and it's got the sensors to
See,
the
and you were
side.
taller so you can reach. I'm not as tall as Craig.
You are more than welcome to turn it around as well to make it easier for yourself. Sometimes it's just the way that we have it.
So that's what we end up with, and I think that's gorgeous when you think it's just a piece of paper and it's just made that. So when you attach this to your front of your card, you need to attach it with something that will take, because obviously you've got your dimension on here.
Yeah.
So I like to use the collal. Yeah.
Do you prefer like a wet glue to such as like a dry glue? Or?
Do you know what? You have to have a bit of everything.
Yeah.
You kind of do, because certain things do certain.
I know what you mean.
You'll
Yeah, I know
find that I'll
exactly what you
use 3 different glues. Yeah, but they're the right glues for the job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we use the colour, this means that this works. If it comes out.
Is this our glue or yours?
It's mine, I think.
Oh, it's yours. I was about to say if it's ours, I wouldn't be surprised if it was dried up. Yeah. I'm going to pop to see if I'm bound to have something.
Busy Lizzie is saying
You want
that
one?
Yeah.
she loves the craft factor and she's excited to see what you're going to be doing, Joey. And already Katie, a few other people are saying, what a beautiful card, Joey. So people are sharing the love already.
Thank you. Right, so you don't have to put loads on, but that will stick this to the craft card. It also gives you that little bit of wiggle time. So
if
you'll
you've
know
got it
what
wrong.
that means. Yeah, so you put it on a bit wrong. So don't put your glue right to the end. If you put it slightly in, then it'll give you that room and it won't leave a mark on your paper. So,
Yeah. Do you know what's really good as well with that, Joey, is not many of us actually use the glue gel to do the mat and layer onto the card. We tend to use it as a dimensional glue, so it's a good way to show that you can use it as a standalone, thin adhesive, one layer adhesive. So
yeah,
you
definitely. Can do. Right, so what I'm going to do now is do like this mechanism. So the mechanism, you can use it so that you can see the pattern paper behind.
Okay.
But the easiest way of doing it is doing it as a complete unit, because then, well, for one thing, if we tried to stamp on this, it wouldn't actually work that well, would it? Because you've got all the dimension. Yeah. So are you doing the same? That's dimension.
Make it into a dance move.
Embossing folder down.
So what I'm going to do with this is use this and do this as a little mechanism in its own right. So then you could add it to whatever, you could do it in a scrapbook, whatever you fancy really. So this is what I've cut from the die. Oh, my glasses, I've just remembered I haven't got my glasses on.
There we are.
So on here, when you've cut this, you have got these score lines. So actually I've scored that. So when you do this, you score one back, one up, which is a mountain, and then a valley.
Joey, see that die that you've used for that one? Do you have it there at the side?
I certainly do.
Just because I know many of our viewers would be, I'd love to make what you're doing. What die was it?
Do you want me to get the actual?
If you have it, that would be great.
I have actually.
Because I know that'll be something coming through.
Where is it?
Wendy on Facebook saying, love your lovely shirt, Joey.
Sorry?
That was Wendy on Facebook saying she loves your lovely shirt.
Oh, thank you. So that's the die that I've used, and this is the 3 pieces within that die. Okay. So why this has got tape on is because when I cut this, I put it in and tape it just so that it doesn't move when I put it through the machine.
Okay.
So I actually stick those together, but then again I do use it on its own because you can use them to do that, which I do my stamping on the back, so you can use that to make your back. Yeah?
Gotcha.
So that's the die. I'll just put that over there. Right.
Eleanor's saying on Facebook, I didn't know that you could use the folder for the MIDI in the Gemini. Well, there you go.
So when you do this, this is about the different glues that Craig was saying. You do need different glues for different things. And for this, don't use anything else but tape, because if you glue this wrong, you're scuppered. Really.
You've committed then.
So, put that on there.
Now, you see you're using your craft card colours. Are you a fan of craft cards?
I think for this, it's really good because we've got a mechanism, so we want it to be stable. We don't want it to give it someone and then it just dropped to bits.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's why I like, or something more substantial. Right, so we've got that. So now I'm going to stamp the sentiment. Well, the picture, actually.
Now, you said not that long ago that you like to do your watercolour, and is that your favourite one? Is that something you like to do a lot?
It is, actually, yes. I do like my watercolouring.
Good.
Right.
Shelley Hicks on YouTube is saying, Joey, you are just so cute. Doing a wonderful job explaining every step. So much fun watching you.
Oh, thank you. So you can't see me shaking?
You're doing fine.
You're doing ace.
Right. The good thing about using this as well as a whole thing, when we stamp this now, this will go over a little bit at the side, so we don't have to worry too much about setting it up completely right. We can be quite flexible with it.
Well, that's good, Dad.
Yeah.
Bit of peace of mind, isn't it?
Where have I put my ink pad?
Sometimes it helps when things like that are maybe a bit too bigger than what you need. It just means you're not going to miss any bits or scratch any bits. It's just handy having it that way.
Get too worried about it. So I'm using a waterproof die here. Lovely fine details on this. So.
What colour was that you were using there?
Pebble.
Pebble.
Yeah. So look at that, that's stamped beautifully. While we're stamping, we'll do the other one because we could use one on the front as well. So we'll just swap that over.
Would the pebble go well with the craft card colour?
Do you know, it's a good idea to use the pebble if you're beginning as well, because it isn't, if you use black and you're new, it's in your face, it's you can see every imperfection.
Yeah.
So if you use something like a pebble, it's not quite black, so it's a bit more forgiving.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I've just got a little square of card there for the front.
Now, you're not new to demonstrating, Joey, are you? You know, this is something you love doing and...
You're a seasoned pro.
You are.
And I'm a basic Barry, so I'm going to be asking you all the questions that you've been...
Well, that's okay, you can, and I'll try and answer. Right.
Mary Lee on YouTube is saying, Jerry, I agree the embossing folders turn ordinary paper into something fabulous. It's as magical as watching the embossing powder melt. Yeah. This card is so cute.
Thank you. Oh, I've got a pen missing. Let's hope it's not the one I need. Right. So, the way I like to work is with a white tile, because if that colour on there will be true to this. So that makes that much easier. So, if we just
such a good tip, that
scribble a bit out. So it could be a white dinner plate, it doesn't have to be a tile.
As long as it's like pure white.
As long as it's white. So we see the proper colour, don't we?
That's something even I don't always think of as well. If I lay the colour down, I'll just put it down. I'll never really check it or that. So it's good to have something that's actually white.
So if you're watercolouring, if you just put a little bit down first, that makes it kind of bleed a little bit, but that makes it nice. That makes, you can add a bit more colour there.
And these are from Sarah's watercolouring collection, aren't they?
Yes, apparently these are the exclusive ones that I chose. I didn't even know.
That are good ones though. Not
Yeah.
just for Christmas, even though it's Christmas in the title.
That's the thing, because they've got a bit of everything in that set.
Have a
That's
little
why I
look at
chose that. So if you decided to do the flowers, you could do that. You could do Christmassy, you could do anything
Absolutely.
really.
Katie saying, Joey, you are inspiring me to try this technique out. You make it seem so easy.
It is easy, it is easy. If I say it twice, it definitely is.
Lisa's saying, we are all family here. You are doing a fantastic job. We love you.
Oh, that's nice.
Look at that.
Nice.
You make me cry if you keep being too nice. Right.
How many years have you been crafting then? Or is that maybe something I maybe shy away from? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's
Maybe
probably.
It should also be, never ask a lady how long you've been crafting.
Yeah. But does that mean you can still ask me?
You're a seasoned pro, aren't you?
Yeah. I've just put a little bit of water on the envelope and then just pick up a bit of colour and just put it round there. So this makes this more dimensional. Yeah.
It's just giving it a bit of a 3D effect, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Just makes it pop a bit rather than it just being flat. Yeah.
Do you know something, Ionica? I feel a little bit of a headache coming on. What are you up to tonight, Joey? Are you happy? Oh, I might need to go for a lie down.
Oh dear.
Do you ever use our sparkle pens?
Um.
Or sparkle pens?
Yeah. I've used everything in my time because I have done it for that long, haven't I? It's just, yeah.
How, over the years that you've been crafting, has things advanced? Are they easier to use now from when you first started?
Oh, crumbs. Yeah, a lot easier. Yeah. And we've got everything like the stamping platforms, like the nice inks we can use. Yeah, we don't have to be really clever to do it. We don't. Well, I suppose if you show some tips, anybody can do it, can't they?
Because you've demonstrated for big companies such as like Do Crafts, you know, so you have, used a lot of some of the best products out there, you know, no doubt about it. So you know your products, you know what's good, what works well together, and how it works.
Yeah, because when you were doing that that Triptych card, I was like, oh, I'd get some alcohol inks on that. I would love it.
Yeah.
Right. So what I was going to do with this is show you a technique with the pens. So if you go along the edge like that, and then get some water, and just run it along, it kind of bleeds in.
Oh wow.
And it looks quite nice. So just get your pen at an angle.
Every day's a school day, Craig.
It really, really is. What a cool idea.
Yeah, it looks really nice actually, because it just finishes it off like a paper mat you would put behind maybe, but it just looks really nice.
Yeah. And I suppose that way it reduces the weight then, doesn't it? Because you're not putting an extra layer of cardstock on, you're just creating your own formatting layer with your ink, your pen.
And what I do when I paint as well, if you notice, I use that mat. I don't go directly on. Because if we were going directly on the paper like that, we've then got to move that, which is more difficult. I hope that hasn't come through. Whereas when we're putting it on, we put it on right in the first place rather than put it on and have to move it after.
Yeah.
So that kind of works, I think.
No, it completely makes sense. It really, really does.
So I'll quickly try and do this one,
Yeah.
because this is the front.
If you were to do what you've done there and do it afterwards, do the water first, if you wanted to make it slightly more poppy or almost more 3D, could you then put the pen on top of it once you've done that?
I wouldn't.
You
I
wouldn't?
wouldn't, no. But I would put more ink on. So like when I do my bird here.
That's what I mean, sorry, yeah, with the pen, could you go over it with just directly?
What I would do is get more ink that hasn't been diluted.
Right.
So that means that that's going to be darker. Yeah?
Ah, okay, yeah.
Does that make
I understand.
sense?
Yeah.
Because if we put the pen on, it kind of sucks in and it's in there. So the way I do it, we don't have to have any watercolour paper or anything. We can just use whatever, you know.
Oh, wow, okay.
That's good.
Yes, you don't
that
have to
is
spend.
really good.
Yeah.
Learning so much today.
Yeah, even I am as well.
So I'm just doing this quickly, so forgive me if it's not perfect.
No, this is coming along great.
Yeah. So you can actually, if you went, say the phone rang and you went off and came back, you could still come back and work these colours. They just come back. So you just put a bit of water in, you can still work this colour. So don't think you're throwing it away, although it's only a little bit of colour.
Katie's asking what paintbrush size are you using?
I only ever use one paintbrush as well. So it's about 7 or 8. But as long as you've got a point on your brush, and make sure you don't leave it like that, because that is just, no.
Don't leave it in the water, yeah?
Yeah, so make
Okay.
sure you've got something with a nice point on, and that will be fine for anything. Yeah?
Okay.
I might do that sometimes.
Oh, that's really naughty.
you? Oh, Craig.
That is really naughty. Right.
I won't now.
No, you won't now.
I'm not with my ones anyway.
See, when I used to paint before, when we painted before, the brushes were like about £30 each, so you wouldn't be doing that.
Oh, no.
Definitely not.
So when we stick this picture on here now, oh, Annika, I needed that pokey tool you love so much.
Oh, where is it?
Here.
Do you want me to do it?
One about.
Right. So just put tape, oh, that's the problem, isn't it? Put that on there, and I know that goes over. I wanted that to be slightly bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, so we put that on there. And now this is, you see where the magic is, because we've got that under there now.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we put this on, we need a fine tape. Do this with double-sided or a foam tape. Don't do it with glue, because you might just glue it wrong and it might squidge out and then it won't work.
Okay, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. So when you were saying about which glue would you prefer, it is different glues for different jobs, I think.
And we do, or we have done past glue schools and that you'll find on Crafters TV across on our YouTube. I know Leanne's done some of the early days one, but Jan's been doing a few lately. Yeah, I think there was maybe one just last week as well. So if you want a little bit extra help on what glue is the right glue or the right adhesive, you can always go back and check them out.
Now you might wonder why I put that on there earlier on and haven't used it. So this is what your die will look like from the back, you cut out. So you take this off.
What's the name of the die set again?
The die set is, that's what it looks like.
Few people asking.
Upside down.
That's it, yeah.
Exploding box slider mechanism.
So it's from our exploding box range, yeah. Gotcha.
I just love a kinetic card, so yeah. Right, so this is what we've got now. Just take off that bottom section and put that on. And then now we can take these off.
So do you take your, like the backings off your tape that you're using for this one, would you do it section by section? So you've done that first middle panel first, then go to the outside?
Don't do it all at once, or else you probably get stuck up. Well, I would. So.
I would as well.
Yeah,
certainly with laser tape.
Prevention better than cure, I think. Oh dear. It doesn't, because I've ever done these things, of course.
Katie's saying, you can tell a crafty pro who knows so many tips.
Right, so all we do now, this is where you make sure you get this placed properly. If you're worried about it, you can put a bit of wet glue on top, just so that you've got that manoeuvrability. Or you can just go for it. Oh, yes. So there's your mechanism.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just quickly as well to say, the stamps that you're using for that, that's from our window reveal stamp and die
it is.
set. So
Yeah.
if you want to know where Joy got those stamps from, that's where they're from.
Yep. So what I did for my little pulley thing, I just got a piece of card and coloured it in
This is so cool, just the way that it works.
with my
Little
pen.
reveal.
Sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, so I just used a piece of paper because I thought,
Why not?
Why,
So
why
that's
not?
my
Because we've
pulley.
always got bits left over,
Yeah,
you know,
little
little
scrap box.
strands or something, scrap
Yeah.
box, yeah.
just do that on the back there because that hasn't coloured.
Good way to show as well, you can create your own colours by using the pens that you're using.
Yeah, you can mix all those colours, and that set's lovely because it's got a bit of everything, but the blues are beautiful. if you like tealy blues.
See, it's my favourite. Teals and blues
Yeah.
and duck egg blues.
Yeah, me too, and they are those kind of colours. So now we've got this mechanism that we could put on anything really. We could put it on a scrapbook, we could put it on a card, whatever you want to really, but I had to put it on here. So again, I would actually use this glue because we're sticking onto that very patterned surface.
And it's nice to show that what you've done is you've taken the stamps from the window reveal and then you've taken that mechanism from the exploding box, two completely different collections, and you've brought them together and they work so well together as well. So, you know, it really is such a phenomenal card that you're doing.
Right, so I put that at the bottom so that when I pull that,
Is there a specific way in which you're putting it? And what I mean by that is, you know, can you put it anywhere on the card blank?
yeah.
Yeah.
What I wanted, just being a little bit of a perfectionist, which I'm not, is when it's pulled out, I want it within the card still.
Right.
Doesn't actually matter,
okay,
but
yeah.
it's
I
just
see
me
what
being
you
a bit
mean,
silly,
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it still stays within the card, but it wouldn't make any difference really. But that was just me being silly.
I think it's really canny, this. It's so
Good, isn't it?
really cute.
It's really nice. And for something that is, when Joey lifted that up a minute ago, to be quite dimensional, but to go into a flat envelope,
Yeah.
It's lovely.
win-win.
And I think it'd be lovely on the shelf upright like that.
Exactly.
None of the other cards would be like
They're
that,
not.
would they? So I think that would be really nice. But that's just my opinion.
Comes together so well.
So then all I've done to finish off is stamp to sentiment from that same stamp set. And I've done it in craft card because then it's in keeping, isn't it, with what we've done. We've just got white and craft. So I wouldn't mix up anymore. So just see where that is.
And you said that came from the same one with the little birdie in the letter?
Yeah. So it says, this says, just a note. And then in there it says, I'm thinking of you.
Aww.
Yeah, so that's really, yeah. Perhaps nice how things are where we can't go out and see people.
Well, that's
Just
it.
send it for the sake of it.
I think it's a lost art, isn't it? Writing letters to
It is,
people
yeah.
and sending cards. We were talking about this when the jigsaws were on the other day, is when they were printing the photos, is that we actually never print photos anymore either, because they're all on our phone or on Facebook or Instagram, whatever. And then to have it in your hand, it's so...
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, really sentimental.
So I've just cut that by hand. Don't be too worried about it. And I would use this glue again, but not mine, because mine...
I must remember and try and see if we can salvage the rest of that.
Yeah, I bet it's me, left it open. My puppy keeps taking everything, so I bet it's distracts
Do
me.
you know
in
what to
there.
do, Joey?
What?
Just that one you've got in your hand, just
Swap it.
pretend it's yours and just take it home with you. Yeah. The other one will just say it's ours.
Craig, you try and get me in trouble here.
It's not, you'll get, I said you can do it. I said
It's
you can
what
do it.
Craig does.
Well, I do it with the foam pads, not necessarily the glue gel.
Mariah on Facebook is saying, I have the window reveal as for exploding box. Need to check which pieces I have. My secretary is way behind on the inventory. Lol.
So the only other
That's
thing I've
good.
done there is off that same stamp set, there is the little hearts, and I put that. And when I think actually on this one, I have actually gone round the edge with the pen and done the same thing. So if ever you want to do that, also on this one, I've just gone and keep doing everything upside down, don't
It's okay, I had my cards upside down a minute ago, I just realised as well.
So I've just dabbed in each one of those where they meet, but you could put a gem in there. You could do what you want, really. Yeah. But
That is so cool. That is so smart. Absolutely, I love that one. Joey, thank you so much. How did you find that?
love it. I just hope people are inspired to do a bit of colouring.
Absolutely. I can see the comments.
So many comments coming
Ionica
through,
going through them as well. There is loads and loads and loads loving what you've done. Thank you so much for coming in and being part of the Craft Factor. Fingers crossed we get to see you more. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to have a go, do you have any social media pages or that you
No, I'm on Facebook.
You're on Facebook?
Yeah.
You know, well, you might find Joey on Facebook and give her a follow with some of her creations as well.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Craft Factor and how Jerry came on the show today. So all you need to do is send us 4 or 5 images and show us your arty expertise, the things that you have been making. Send us a 5-minute video as well and show us what you've been doing, and you could have a chance to come on the show. And you could be here like Joey, like she's just done. An incredible design there. So we're going to get Craig set up, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to speak to you about the comments that have been coming through, because Joey, you've had so much love on here. Just saying that they're really cute. What tips would you give for the 2 images? Joey, you are doing so well. Great demo, and I love that card. I have an exploding box dies, and we'll give this a try today. See, Joey, you're inspiring people all over. So we are going to show you a little bit of a video next, and about our shipping and deliveries.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
Hello and welcome back. If you've just joined us, hello. If not, thanks for joining us back again. We had the lovely demonstration from Joey there, and that was the craft factor. So don't forget, you can send your images in and you could have a chance to be on the show as well. So next up, I'm going to tell you about the sparkle pens. So these I absolutely love because I just think anything that's shiny and glittery is just absolutely gorgeous. You're saving £47 on these and you are getting free shipping with these bad boys. They just, I think it just absolutely just adds to whatever it is that you're making. They're so gorgeous, these colours. They're £105.94 or $141.70p. Again, if you're a platinum member, you can get them for £84.75 or $13.36. So great prices, £47 saving there. Right, Craig, what have we got next? What are we doing?
Right, we really are going to get all inkly and sparkly here. I thought what we'd do is we'd actually incorporate one of the launch date items, the Triptych dies, and where I touched upon how you could actually use the dies individually. That's what we're going to do, but we're going to create our own bit of sparkle background. So I've gone in with a piece of our watercolour card, and I've cut this one down to 4.5 inches by 7 inches. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with the glitter pens. Or the brush pens, glitter brush pens. Get my words out right, Craig. These ones being the essential brights that we're going to go for this one. So we're going to do some colouring, but before we do that, I've got a piece of black card, which is 3.25 by 5 3/4. And I've gone in with the Oh Holy Night. And what I'm doing with this one, can't help but sing, can we?
No.
See, I'm any Christmas song. As soon as you say something, start singing.
I know, but apparently it's bad luck, Craig. Do you think it is? If you sing a Christmas song that's not in December or Christmas?
So what happens if, you're maybe potting about your house, making cards and put a Christmas song on? Is that bad luck?
Yeah, apparently it's bad luck. I don't know. It depends if you're superstitious, doesn't it?
I suppose. I'm not when it comes to Christmas. Well, I always say I'm not, but then say if I'm walking along the high street or that, and I'll not walk on the cracks or walk under a ladder and that, and it's like, well, clearly I am then.
Yeah, it's just
answer my
something.
own questions then, don't I? So yes, I do sing along when I come and use a Christmas product or something. It's got it in the title. Have you got a favourite one actually, Christmas song?
Fall on your knees, that one.
Oh Holy Night, do you? It's a good one.
It's a right belter to sing in it, that.
Can't say I've really tried. Well, I will have tried. I definitely will have tried, but it wouldn't have come out very well. Not like Ionica's version. No.
Oh, I love it. Love a ballad.
Yeah, I do love a good ballad. Well, ballad song in general I do love, but yeah, nice one at Christmas as well.
I do a lot of travelling up and down the country, and sometimes if you slow down in traffic and then you catch yourself because the person next to you can see you and they're like, what are they doing? And I'm like,
I do that just driving home.
Yeah, always when you're driving.
It's always when you get to the traffic lights as
Yes,
well.
and people always catch you.
You forget, don't you? You forget, and then you're belting it out, singing away. So yeah, and you're just like, you pretend, I don't know why you pretend that you're not singing. You should just put your hands up and just go, do you know what, yeah.
It's like a concert in my car. I've got choreography, I've got backing dancers in my head.
Bet you've got flashing disco lights in the car as well, have you? Can you imagine that? Imagine that at night time driving along the highway or the motorway.
I think you might get pulled over.
Lights.
It's like you're having a party in your car, Craig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I think Ben's got a disco ball in his car.
I don't doubt it.
Well, he's still here in the studio. He's not answering that.
He's sighing at us.
He's sighing. He's sighing.
You got fluffy dice.
I'm
Old
too
school.
young for the fluffy dice. He's got a chauffeur. Is that whose limo it is outside? I thought it was Sarah's. It's Ben's. Ah. Oh, is it? Is that why we don't have a green room now? Because it's yours? Yeah.
He's got his own dressing room now.
Yeah.
Craig.
I thought it was a joke. Someone had put Ben on the door, but it's not. It's legit. That's why I had to get changed in the car this morning. No dressing room.
That's the way it shall be.
So what I've done is I've gone in with two of the colours, which is pink garnet and it is also firefly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going in with some water and I'm going to give this a coating, brush with water, and it's the watercolour card, so this is going to be a perfect one for this. Have you seen our sparkle pens before, Ionica?
No, I haven't.
Have you not?
No, I'm excited.
They're absolutely gorgeous. Water-based, but what you can get is get some real intense colour. And it doesn't matter how strong or weak you go, you get such a strong sparkle.
Oh, really? Okay,
once it's
that's
dried.
good.
Yeah, yeah. It never doesn't water down or dilute the sparkle. You will get that intense sparkle no matter how strong or weak that it is. So I'm going to go in with the firefly at the top, and I'm going to go quite heavy-handed towards the top of the ink. I'm going to come about halfway, and then what I'm going to do is I'm then going to go into the pink garnet, and then I'm going to do the same. But what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go from the base, as Megan Trainor would say, it's all about the base.
All about the base,
And then I never liked that song at first, and then it was like overplayed, and I was like, yeah, okay, kind of like it. Megan Trainor, if you're watching, no offence, it is a lovely song. I do like it now. Charlotte, she's a platinum member. She might be watching. Oh, apparently I'm making a mess. Yes, Charlotte, I am meant to be making a mess. Yes.
Artistic flair.
Excuse me, Johnny. Here you go, Joey. On you go. They want you. I'm away. You're stuck with me. Stuck with me.
I'm glad I'm stuck with you today, Craig.
What was that, sorry?
I'm glad I'm stuck with you today.
Thank you. Well, let's face it, it was either me or Ben you were going to be with, so...
Is it the lesser of two evils?
Well, exactly.
I've just got a question. Katie on YouTube is saying, are the sparkle pen brush nibs the same Japanese technology? Japanese technology like the CC markers?
So no, they're not the Japanese brush nib within these ones here. You've got more flexibility within these, of more of a brush consistency. They're not Japanese, unlike the...
CC markers.
That's the words.
Yeah.
What was I trying to say, Johnny? The illustrators, that's what I'm trying to think. That's what I'm trying to say. So now what I've done is I've started to create a double layer here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in just with some water, blend that bit out slightly, a little bit more. So the two of them meet together. I'm going to go in. So we're then starting to get a nice effect. It's meant to be messy, Charlotte.
Do you have to be good at drawing to create something like this if you haven't ever made something like this before?
Oh gosh, no, I can't draw to save myself.
Oh really?
Oh no, I can't draw. No, can't draw at all. What are you laughing at, Ben? You've seen my drawing, haven't you? Yeah. You've seen it, yeah.
Stickman.
Stickman, yeah. I do a good stickman.
Well, there you go.
To be fair, Ben, you can't really laugh, can you? You know,
No.
play your crafts light.
You on drawing though. I think our drawing's just as bad.
Telling you, his glue gun looks exactly like a glue gun. If you believe that, you believe anything. So what I've done now is gone back into the water. So it's water that I've got on my brush, and I'm banging it off my finger. And then what it's doing is it's creating a full bleach effect. So with it being water-based, what will happen is the longer that I leave it, already instantly in front of your eyes,
see it, yeah.
look
Wow.
at that, that's lifting up that colour. So what I would do, now I've taken away all this excess ink because for time, I don't have time to use it, but you can keep using it onto your cardstock, other blank cardstocks, and use it till you've got rid of all that colour. What I'm going to do is, the longer you leave it, the more it'll start to create that full bleaching effect. I am just going to take the excess off for now, just to speed it up a little bit more. And then look at that you've got.
That's
kind of like
gorgeous.
a firework explosion. Do you like that now, Charlotte? Do you like it? Thank you. Well, if you're happy, I'm happy. So what I'm going to do to dry it a little bit more so that I can come and start to pop it onto my card blank, I'm going to go on with my heat tool, just starting to heat set it, Ionica.
How careful do you need to be with these that you don't burn the card? How careful do you need to be that you don't burn the card?
So that's a really good question. So what I tend to do, so when I'm drying something, I will move my heat tool. If I'm doing heat embossing, I'll keep it still, and as it melts, then I will move. What I'm just doing is I'm making sure that I'm going back and forwards. If I'm drying something again, I'll not stay on it too long, because I don't want to burn the cardstock. Plus, the longer you stay in one area, it will start to curve up the edges of your card. Now, that's not an issue because your adhesive's going to hold it and keep it flat. If you leave it to dry at kind of room temperature, it will dry a lot more flatter than it will if you heat set it. But as I say, it's not an issue. We can come along with our adhesive and that's going to hold it flat. But I'm going to go on the back as well, give it a bit of a dry out. That will help to flatten it as well. But if you are drying something off, I just wouldn't stay in that one area for too long. I would just move it so that you're not going to burn your cardstock. But then what I can do is if I come in now, so I've got a white layer that is 1/4 of an inch bigger. What I'm going to do, I've got a little bit of condensation on my glass mat, so let's take that up. I'm doing this with the sparkle, of course, but if you've got your aqua pens, you can start to use them as well if you want. Or instead of using them, what you could do is use your water reactive ink pads as well, or even use your pattern papers. You don't have to get inky. It's a good way to show that you can pull two colours together. You might want to do the 3, you might want to do 4, it's up to you. But it's also a nice way to show the faux bleaching effect with the water.
It's such a clever effect and it's really simple.
It is, yeah. It's really simple. And you will never, ever, ever get two exactly the same.
No.
Always going to be different. Always different. So we're going to go in now with a black layer.
It's almost got a galaxy effect.
It does, yeah. And if you've got stamps or dies that work around the galaxy or the planet or that, then these are good for your backgrounds as well. So, you know, if you're wanting to have that sort of galaxy effect, then you can do. So going in, adding in. And what you can also do, where I went on with a paintbrush and some water, if you want to do it with some other different colours, you can do as well. Lots of different ways you can use it and get creative when it comes to them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to press this one in. Then if I bring in the layer that I've cut, so if I pop that over the top.
That really pops.
It really makes it pop, doesn't it?
Just that black line just really makes it stand out, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now, say you could have done it the other way round, so the yellow's at the bottom, pink's at the top. I'm going with that way because I like to have that pink at the bottom going up to the yellow. But again, you could have it further up if you want, further down. I don't have a stamped sentiment, but I would, of course, add one afterwards. But what I can do to finish it off, let's come in. I've got some foam pads at the side of me here. And we're going to come up and I'm going to lift this one up. This could even be a shaker. So what you could do, even with all that sparkle, you put some acetate and create that barrier when it comes with the shaker. And then you're going to have maybe that glitter or micro beads or anything like that at the backdrop. And that's going to work well with that sparkle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and we're going to finish it off.
I love it when you use these because it raises the card up and it just adds that little bit of just extra kind of, I don't know, texture to it, doesn't it?
It really, really does.
Dimension, thank you.
And it gives you that natural shadow as well from the cardstock. Even although it's black that we're making, you'll get that natural shadow from it. And it's personal preference whether you use your foam pads or your your glue gel, sorry. With the foam pads, kind of a given. If you're relatively new to crafting in general, then you won't know the fact of with your foam pads, it's instant, whereas your glue gel that Joey was using earlier on, that's because it's wet, it needs time to dry, so then therefore you've got more manoeuvrability, you can move it. So for instance, if I put this on, now as long as I don't press, I could come along and lift it up. But if I go on now, get it where I want it to, and pretty much press it down, that's it in place now. If I pull that up, the chances are it's going to rip my cardstock. Whereas with the glue gel that Joey was using, I could lift it up a bit more, I can push it back down, I can turn it, I've got more manoeuvrability to wait for it to then dry. But as I say, I would then come along, I would add maybe a little bit of a ribbon, or maybe, of course, a sentiment or something. But this is a good way to show creating your sparkle backgrounds, but then even using the launch day Triptych dies as an individual one, and then creating a really nice card that we can see here. So we've got that one there. So that one is part of the By the Show Sparkle collection, where you're getting 39 elements in total, or 39 markers, 4-piece stamp. You're getting your tools, you're getting your ink pad, and you're getting your cardstock as well. All of that one, £105.94 or $141.40. But if you are platinum, that's coming down to $84.75 or $113.36 for you guys stateside. The other thing that we're going to be showing you in Colour Me Happy, we've not had a chance to show you this morning on Wake Up Call this afternoon, but we are going to be having a look in Colour Me Happy later on in the day, and that is all about our illustrated animals. These are the stamp and die sets here. So you've got your stamp set of each individual animal, but what you've also got as well is you've got a die set to go with it. So you can lift that up if you want to. It's going to work out that you buy 3 and you get 2 free, but in total what you're getting is 25 elements within this set here. £35.98 or $40.68 for you guys stateside. If you are, of course, Europe, you go across onto your website, crafterscompanion.eu for you guys. But let's have a look and let's do a demo of the show.
I love this part of the show. It's so exciting.
You love this one, do you? Yeah.
Well, I just love this part of the show when people vote.
Ah, you like voting?
I do. I love it.
We don't need to worry about the terms and conditions stuff, although I've always wanted to say that. You know, when they say terms and conditions,
T's and
blah, 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 blah. Yeah. But here we go. So we've got number 1, what we've got here that we use using the launch day item, the Triptych here, and then number 2, which, well, we'll focus on the sparkle for this one here. So this is your sparkle one. So number 1 or number 2, the choice is yours.
Yeah, comment away online. Tell us which one your favourite one is. Craig, do you have a favourite one? Do you pretend to? Do you kind of not say what your favourite one is to?
Oh, you can ask me that. Yeah, I do have a favourite. I do. Do you have a favourite one?
I think they're both very different. I have to say the second one. I just love the water effect on it. It's great.
I think the sparkle, it really brings it out as well.
Yeah.
It creates, if you're doing whether you're doing abstract or whether you're going to go for the monochromatic look or the silhouette look, you've got a different look with having that sparkle in the background. So yeah, I can see why you like that one. I can see why. It's up to you actually. It's up to you to whether it's 1 or whether it's 2. But what we will then do is let's have a look and see what we've got coming up in the remainder of the day on Crafters TV. And we have got a launch day coming up next. That's going to be with Sarah and Ben, and Ionica will be popping in as well. That's all about our Triptych dies collections. So these are going to enable you to create some really cool and fancy shaped cards, that being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 AM Eastern Time, 7 AM Pacific Time. And then what we've also got at the end of the day, which myself, Ben, and also Ionica will be closing out, is going to be our Colour Me Happy. We are going to really focus on the sparkles over the 2 hours. That, of course, being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 PM Eastern Time, or 11 AM Pacific Time. So hopefully you'll be able to join all of us all throughout the day here on Crafters TV. But we will be here for the launch day and also the Colour Me Happy. And then don't forget, it's Fiverr Friday as well. So you go across onto our website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.eu. If you search Fiverr Friday, you're going to find a load of crafty goodies that are £5, $5 or €5 or less across on the website for you to then pop into your basket. If any of them take your fancy, treat yourself, or maybe start to think of Secret Santas. I know, it's coming. I know. And then the other thing that I want to tell you as well before we close out as well is this is the last week of voting when it comes to the Best of Craft Awards. So for you to head across onto the Best of Craft Awards, we have been nominated for 11 categories such as Most Loved Craft Channel. So good. So good. We've got Most Loved UK Craft Chain Store. We've got Best Brands for Craft, Customer Service, Favourite Die Cut Machine, Ultimate Gadget Machine, myself there for Male Craft Personality of the Year, Female Craft Personality of the Year, which is Sarah, Designer of the Year, which is Leanne, Ultimate Craft Holiday for Craftaganza, and Best Workshop Online Classes as well. So the voting is open, but it closes a week today, 24th of September. So follow that link there on the screen there, craftawards.com, and you can get voting.
So, Craig, we've got a winner.
Winner time.
Yeah, have a little drum roll.
Yeah, no, we do. We need one, don't we?
There you go. So the winner is numero uno, number 1.
Oh!
Yeah, the Triptych.
Number
there you go,
1.
with the believe on it. And the reindeer.
I actually thought it was going to be the sparkle as well.
Me too.
I did as well. Ionica, thank you so much. I've had an absolute blast being here with you today. Fingers crossed we get to do it again soon. I will see you again for Colour Me Happy later on. I will see you then as well. Don't go far because Ben and Sarah and Ionica are going to be up next for launch day. But I will see you for Wake Up Call back again on Monday. But we'll see you for Colour Me Happy. Bye.